Hi guys, Chris here. I've got more information for you in this video on the live coaching hangout or live coaching class, although I don't really like calling it a class because it's not going to be like school. It's going to be fun and it's going to make you money. And I don't know why I haven't done this before. I do apologize. I was sort of thinking really briefly, as I said in the last video, if this is the first one that you're watching, with all my courses, I see people go through the courses, and the people that build the sites do well, but they do something else as well. They actually work to get the traffic to the sites. Now, I know that can be a real pain in the arse, and there's no other way of putting it. It is ever such a pain, but I found that the people that get in contact with me and the people that say, right, am I doing this right? Am I doing this? Can you check this? They're the people that get results because they just keep pushing, they keep going. And what I decided, that was one of the first things. So I decided that I'd do a live group. And the live group, again, if this is the first video you're watching, will be 8 weeks long. It will be 2 1-hour sessions a week. And we will be going through everything. But today I'm going to tell you more about briefly what we'll be running through. I've sort of structured the training. I'm going to tell you when it's going to start, and I'm also going to tell you the system behind it all and why you want this system. Now, if you're not going to be joining the live coaching, if you've ordered sites from me, I'm going to be sending you a PDF copy of the system so you can follow it anyway. So if you've got sites, and of course you can contact me for support, but you will be getting the system. It's like I'm going to write up a PDF and explain the elements that I'm going to run through here, so you've got a system. And when I'm talking about system, you'll see a lot of stuff online about systems that don't require any work. Push button systems, they're called. And push button systems, if you're looking for that, this isn't it at all. This is a real business opportunity, only if you work at it though. It's not a get rich quick thing. It's not something that you can just set and forget. And I dare say, as I've said in all of my videos, if you're looking for something that's quote unquote easy to do, a set and forget system that actually churns money in from the internet, I've never ever found it. And I've done a lot of stuff online. I've done ClickBank, CPA, AdSense, Amazon, as we're talking about now. And the only thing that will make you money is hard work initially, okay? Where it looks like people have push button systems is like when they build lists of people, okay? And then you spend 2-3 years or 2 or 3 months even for the short term building a list, and then you send an offer out and lots of people buy that offer, and then you see people turning around and going, look, make millions online. But they put the time in building that list and offering value, otherwise people wouldn't have bought anything. So even in the marketing world, there's no such thing as just instant cash that comes from nowhere. But we're going to be talking about that, and I don't want it to be downbeat. This is what I want it to be for. The main thing, I think, and you lot can correct me here, you know, with your own personal experiences, but the main thing I think that people struggle with is the consistency. I believe wholeheartedly that if you're watching this video, you are serious about making money online. I believe that. But I also believe that, and myself included, just with life getting in the way, when you have something that gives you a learning curve, when you have something that you're downbeat about because you've seen so many stuff out there and you've tried so many different things and you haven't got the results that you're after, and then you bounce around and you try something else and you don't get results, and so on and on, the circle actually sort of goes round. And there's actually, I'll send you a video actually explaining this. It's a really good one with Tony Robbins. It's got Frank Kern and John Reese in it, and they explain that, and I'll just briefly go on about it and you can see the video, but it's basically potential. It talks about potential. Everyone starts off with limitless potential, and then actions. So you tap into that potential and you take actions, and then you get results. But the problem that happens is, and again, because there's so much stuff out there, you tap into the potential. You buy a product or a system and you go through it and you tap into your potential, and you give it actions. Now, depending on your learning curve, you'll come up against hurdles and blocks, and each one of those blocks you go through and get disheartened, and every time you get disheartened, the amount of potential that you're tapping into goes down, and you take less actions because of it, and then you end up with less results, and then the potential that you can tap into is less, and so on. It's not as black and white as that, I know, but I know myself. I mean, I'm speaking from experience. When I got started online, I didn't know web design. I didn't know how to use Dreamweaver. I actually started off using a product, I don't know whether you guys know it, called NVU, and that was just a free HTML editor, and it was a what you see, what you get. Easy to edit. And I had to learn coding, and I'm still not a fantastic coder, but I had to look up YouTube videos, I had to take courses, I had to read books, and it was something that I genuinely wanted to do. I wanted to build websites that generate cash. I wanted to learn how to do copywriting for my ClickBank products. I had to learn that. The first ClickBank product, and I won't bore you to tears with my history, but the first ClickBank product I created was an absolute flop. The second and the third one were better, and I didn't even know how to write quote unquote sales copy. Okay, that's a whole minefield. You could go into lots of different stuff, but I didn't know how to do it, so I had to learn and I had to implement, and I came up against all sorts of things. The blocks were not the conversion rate I thought, the product going downhill, competitors, dealing with lots of competitors, how to deal with competitors, and I had to learn all of this stuff. Recruiting affiliates, how do you recruit affiliates on ClickBank? And I'm telling you this because, not to bore you to tears, but to tell you every single step was hard work, and the only thing that kept me going was that I really wanted an online business that I could run. And then it sort of morphed into, so it worked. I started to get results, and that allowed me to tap into more potential, if we want to use that example. And then as the results went up, I sort of felt more confident. I released more products. On ClickBank, I released over 50 products, and not all of them were successful. But the ones that were made me money, and Amazon works in exactly the same way. Really briefly, I know I'm covering a lot of stuff, but really briefly, I had a lot of gaming products on ClickBank, and they would do really, really well when the game was red hot. They'd sell really well. I'd add in upsells. I'd sort of build a community. I'd be talking to a community, and then the game would sort of just fall out of popularity, and I'd be left with sort of the site going downhill. So that's how I got started with Amazon. I've sort of thought, well, ClickBank's a hard sell because you're having to sell the marketplace, you have to build these sales pages. So I got started building these sites and learning as I go along. So all the stuff I'm sort of telling you is learnt from experience, which, a little disclaimer, I'm not saying it's the only way to do it, okay? Take the stuff I give you, test it out. If it doesn't work, change it up. That's all I'm asking. Test it out. But this is a thing, not to make the video go on too long, and then I'll give you the weeks and I'll give you the system as well that we're going to cover. But make a promise to yourself right now, if you want to do this, okay? If you genuinely want an online business, you can have one, and that's without any sales or anything like that, but you do have to work your arse off to begin with, and then things get easier. If you've got sites, I've just sort of on here randomly at the best sellers, if you've got sites out there and you build 5 to 10 sites and you've got 10 sites that are making you like $100 a month. Let's say each site is making you $100 a month. There you go, $1,000. I know it's really simple maths, I did it deliberately, but $1,000 a month, it's a start. And then imagine now, put yourself in this position. You've got 10 sites out there, okay? Doesn't matter what the niches are or what they're in, you've got 10 sites out there, and each one is making you $100 a month. How would you feel now? I mean, you might feel, well, I've put in a lot of time and effort in the 10 sites, and I need to make more than $1,000 a month, and I can understand that. But you'd be in a position far better than most people online. That's what I'm trying to illustrate. And because you know that it works, you would be able to tap into more hard work from yourself. What I see most of the time is people getting burnt out because they don't, and I'm going to talk about it now, they don't have a system to follow. They don't know where they're going. They're just trying to make a few sales. And admittedly, with my courses, you may have fell in. My courses aren't perfect by any means. I make the mistake because I'm sort of telling you this stuff and I know it. It's very hard for me to do baby steps and so on. And I try my best. I absolutely do. Try and get back to everyone. Try and tell them, you know, exactly how to install WordPress and so on. But this is another thing. You will come up against stuff that I can't help with in terms of if you're still learning how to do hosting, domain names, and how to buy up domain names and link them to your hosting. Go to YouTube now and learn it. Type in how to link my domain name to hosting. Learn this stuff and come with a basic level of skills that you can really capitalize on. And then this is the great thing. The progress you get will be huge and fast, and you can shorten the time this takes. If you've been around online for years and you're honestly really looking to do this stuff, this will help you. If you're just playing about with it, that is no problem at all. I'd rather you say that and still follow my stuff. You'll still love it, but it doesn't matter if you get results or not. Or if you're just looking for a bit of part-time income, let's say if you're looking for anything under a wage replacing income, and I'm not on about if you've got a job that pays $500,000 a year, it's obviously going to take a lot of work to replace your income. But I'm on about a quote-unquote normal job. Let's say you make just trying to think of the US dollars equivalent. So let's say you make anything up to $60,000 a year in your job. If you're looking to replace that income, this is who I'm speaking to. If you're not looking to replace that income and you're just looking to test it out, again, that's perfectly fine. But it doesn't matter if you win or lose because it's all just fun. You're all just doing it to supplement. But I'm talking about this class will help people that genuinely want a job replacing income, and it will guide you through every section. I'll go through the weeks that we're going through, and then I've got something else for you because I've already made the video a little bit long. I appreciate you sticking with me, and if you are sticking with me, I'm almost positive we're a good fit. If you've listened to all that rambling, and rambling, but really, really good, is probably the best piece of advice I can give you to get a system that is hard work, but you can follow. I'm going to tell you about it now. So the first week we're going to cover in the live coaching or the live classes is niches. Week 1, I'm going to give you evergreen niches, a bit like this here, how to pick them fast, how to eliminate the confusion of picking niches, because I know that comes up a lot. There's going to be lots of stuff covered there. You're going to get PDF downloads that give you a simple flow that you can use, that you can print out and you can use right away to pick really good niches. And there will be some stuff about Christmas, because my main aim when you're investing in this class is to make you money in the quickest time possible. I'm going to show you how to make money in the quickest time possible and give you the exact steps to do it. So there will be stuff about Christmas. If you're just looking to do evergreen stuff, that's fine too. But my main aim is to make you money as quickly as possible because, and not to go on, but because then you can tap into more potential, build more sites, work harder on this, get faster results, and actually start winning. So week 1 anyway will be niches. Week number 2 will be setup, and we will cover remember this is 2 1-hour sessions a week, so it may be covered slightly different to this, but the second part, week 2, will be about the setup. I will go into exactly how to set up your sites, the different ways of doing it. These are emails that I get most days. What if I set my site up like this? Is this good? Is this bad? I will be covering all of it and different setups you can do, different setups for quick ranking, and everything in between, what you have to do, the menu system, how to set that up, giving you live screen sharing stuff where we're all live, we're in the class and you can ask questions. Week number 3 and 4, this may change a little bit, okay, depending how long this stuff takes and how many questions and whether I have to go over anything. Content, I'm going to show you from the niches and the setup. Content, how to write it to make immediate cash over Christmas that will get you making money, and my main aim is to make you far more than you invest on this live coaching class. So the content will go into evergreen niches, and it will also go into quick money niches that I'm going to pick out for you. I will make sure, because there's only up to 10 people, I'm going to give you details on that. I will make sure that you will get different niches, because I'm only dealing with a small group. But we will go into content weeks 3 and 4. We're going to cover it. I'm going to show you quick ways of writing it, how not to get caught up. A lot of it that I see, and let's be honest, is the content's a pain in the arse. I know I keep saying that. I don't mean to keep swearing, but that's how we feel about it. That's and I do myself. It's like the content's the hardest thing. You need good content, and it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of effort. I'm going to show you ways to shorten up the time it takes, and we're going to cover it all, both in evergreen niches and quick money niches, and different ways of picking the niches as well. It's all, the niches and the content are tightly entwined, so you'll see what I mean there. Week number 5 will be, and this is the thing, this deserves some music, but I haven't got any. But this deserves like a drum roll, okay? So imagine, do a drum roll on your desk, and this is the Holy Grail. Traffic. If content was the biggest pain in the bleep, then traffic is definitely second. And for some people, traffic's first and content second. Traffic and content is the biggest problem in internet marketing. It's an epidemic. I think I've said that right. It is literally the hardest thing. How do you get traffic? How do you get targeted traffic? How does social media work? How do you funnel people through to your site? How do you do it without getting burnt on pay-per-click? How do you test a niche? How much work is it? How long should I spend on my site? And so on. I'm not going to keep giving you lots and lots of questions like that, but this is precisely why I've decided to do the live cast, so you can all ask those questions. And I'm going to show you quick ways of getting traffic. I'm going to show you the way I get traffic. I'm going to show you a quick way of getting traffic to the quick money niches and everything in between. And I'm also going to show you what happens when you get traffic, how to tell whether that traffic is targeted, and we're going to be covering a lot of stuff. That may be week 5 and week 6 with the click-through rate as well, but I'm going to try and cover it in 2 hours, which will be 2 sessions. And then week number 6, you will we're going to SEO. And now SEO, I'm going to keep it simple, but I'm going to show you some tricks, how to test your sites, how to give them the best chance of ranking, give you examples, and run through everything to do with SEO. Week number 7 is tweaking and results. I'm going to tell you something now when we come to week 8, but tweaking and results will be about the results you're getting, tweaking and things you can do to maximize the results. And week number 8 will be authority, Flipper, and expanding, which expanding is authority anyway, but I'm going to run through Flipper, how you can sell the sites on Flipper regardless of whether they're making money or not. And but I recommend that they be making some sales. I'm going to show you how to do that, the copy and the system. This is the thing. So all of that stuff's brilliant, okay? And we could cover it, and it would no doubt give you stuff that you can follow. But here's the difference. Every single week you will get an action plan. It won't be like a huge amount of like homework at school. It won't be a huge amount, but you will get an action plan that you can follow. So every single week you're moving forward, and instead of having years doing this stuff, you've got 8 weeks that you invest in this course. You're dedicated to it. You really want to make money online. This is genuinely what you want to do. You want to get websites up that build you an income, and you're prepared to work for it. These 8 weeks will be phenomenal for you. And I dare say it, we're going to have some fun as well. There's going to be questions and answers, but the main thing is the system that you're going to get is, as we go through each of these weeks, I'm going to give you precisely where you should be, what you should be doing. Bear in mind that this will all be recorded, so, and I don't want to sort of say this straight from the outset really, because it encourages people not to do the stuff, but it will be recorded. If you get life stuff coming up, emergencies, stuff that you have to be, and you miss a session, it will be recorded. But because it's a small group of people, there's only 10 of you, we'll be going through all of it, and it will give you a system all the way. I'll explain the system as I go through, and you will have a system that will allow you to build the sites, test the sites, tweak the sites, expand on the winners, and the losers, the ones that aren't making money, I will show you how to either come back to them and expand when you've done your other sites, or sell them on Flipper even if they're not making a profit, for profit in your time invested. So either way you win, and that's what a great system is. A great system will give you a win, but even if you're losing, i.e. no sales, you've also got options that you can take, and the rest is just focus. I have another video that will go through that full system explained tomorrow, and as I say, if you've ordered a site builder, you will get a free PDF sent to you of that system that you can use on your sites. But I will explain that more. We have got 6 spots left, so if you want in right now, I will be sending out a page for this, but right now it's on a discount offer. Send me an email to cljpublishing@gmail.com and let me know that you want in, and I will get back to you straight away. I will go through exactly what it is. I know I've covered it here. Make sure that we're a good fit, and this will be a way out of all that sort of confusion and lack of focus and all of the stuff that we all suffer with. I'm not saying that I'm sort of right up here and everyone else is below. We all suffer from it. But if you get a system, what it really does isn't give you a system, it gives you focus. And if you have stuff that you know, how many sites you're building, how long to spend on them, how much you sort of manage your week, how long you've got to spend on this, you'll make money. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a live class. I'm excited about it. I'd love to have you in. But email me, cljpublishing@gmail.com. And even if you're not going to join me, I'm going to talk more about the system below in another video. So email me, cljpublishing@gmail.com, and more on the system. I'm going to talk more about it in a video tomorrow, regardless of whether you come in the coaching. But I'd love to see you in there for serious peeps, and not that serious, we'll have a laugh as well, but serious about your biz. Looking forward to seeing you. Cheers guys, I'll speak to you soon.